Hello everyone, this is Deep. This video is a part of my physics reassessment quiz. Today I am going to solve a problem related to vector momentum. In the given question, a force of 150 Newton acts on an object and we are supposed to find the time taken by the object to change its velocity. And in the second part, we are supposed to find the distance traveled during that time interval. So to solve this question, first we have to analyze what we are given. We have object's mass, we have its initial velocity, we have its final velocity, and the resultant force that acts on it. Now since all of those units are in SI units, we don't have to change them. So in step 2, I have drawn a free body diagram which is given here, and in step 3, now we are asked to find delta t, the time taken by the object to accelerate from 2 meter per second to 8 meter per second. So we know that by the law of the momentum, which says that the momentum is conserved in every collision. Now what we do is here, we know that the resultant force is given by a formula of change in momentum over time. The change in momentum is represented by delta p here. So now since delta p, which is our change in momentum, can be written as mass times the difference of the velocity, which is final velocity minus initial velocity, we don't have to worry about the change in sign because they are moving in the same direction, which means they are in the same right direction. Then we can find out the change in time by applying this formula, and as we know that the resultant force is given 150 Newton and mass is 30 kg, and the difference are 8 meter per second minus 2 meter per second in the velocity. We calculate this and we get the change in time of 6/5 second. We know that it took 6/5 second for the resultant force to change the object's velocity from 2 meter per second to 8 meter per second. Now our first part is completed. Now when we go to the second part, since we are supposed to assume that the object is traveling through the constant acceleration and the time it requires, the initial and the final velocity are given, we have determined the time it requires to change its velocity through first part, which is 6/5 second. We can use this formula, which is denoted by S equals U plus V times 2 into T. Now here S represents the distance it traveled. So the initial velocity, as you know, is 2 meter per second, and the final velocity is 8 meter per second, and the time it requires is 6/5 second. And when we solve this, we get the value of S is 6 meter. Hence the object has traveled 6 meter distance during the time interval when the net force is acting on it. Now remember that this formula is only applicable when we have the constant acceleration. During any other acceleration which is changing or decreasing, we cannot use this formula. I hope you liked this video and I hope that you enjoyed it and it might be helpful for you to solve other questions. Thank you.